Hi, everybody. Welcome back, you guys, to this week's episode of Spilling the Tea. We have some really great stories to share and discuss this week, and we are very excited to get started. So, in today's show, we are going to be diving into some of the recent hottest stories, breaking them down, the timeline, the outcome, and of course, we're going to give a little bit of feedback and discussion, right? So, are you ready for this week's stories, Lucinda?
Oh, you know I am. We've got some hot stories lined up today, and of course, I'm ready with my favorite cup of tea. It's also really hot.
Ooh, I love that. All right, you guys, grab your proper cup of tea and let's dive in right after this. All right, you guys, we are going to dive into just a little bit of background on a few stories, and then later we're going to get into all the details. So we are going to start out with Atlanta's own Erica Banks. Okay, this is the rapper who shot to fame with the viral hit Bust It. She's been in the headlines now for something a little different this week. So authorities are saying she was stopped at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport after TSA agents spotted a firearm in her designer bag. What designer bag, you might ask? We're going to get to that later on. But that's not all. Police claim the gun had been reported stolen years ago in South Carolina. What do you got, Lucinda?
Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle campaign sparked sales, stock prices, and still is setting temperatures rising. Hollywood's breakout star and style chameleon Sydney Sweeney turned heads and denim jackets in American Eagle's scorching new campaign, leaving the internet totally breathless. The recent advertisement cleverly played on the double meaning of jeans and jeans, with Sydney delivering memorable lines like, "Jeans are passed down and my jeans are blue." Do you like my impression there,
That's
Andrea?
good. That's good.
What started as a fun pun quickly sparked an unexpected jeans debate online, with some viewers joking about the campaign turned into a biology lesson, or worse, accidentally ignited a genetic superiority showdown. It even caught the attention of the president. Keep watching. I'm going to tell you more about that.
Oh, I love that. All right, up next, we're going to talk about TV sweeps. So, okay, that's the magical time, 4 times a year, when networks pull out every trick in the book. They're trying to boost the ratings. So, Nielsen, the company that measures TV audiences, does a deep sweep of the country 4 times a year. Like I said, the bigger the audience, the bigger the ad dollars, which is why these episodes are packed with cliffhangers, surprise returns, and wild twists. Now, this week's sweep spotlight is stacked up. We are going to talk about the Hills, who are back in Arlen, Texas, for a King of the Hill revival on Hulu. Then we're going to jump over to Netflix with Wednesday, who is back at Nevermore with her brother Pugsley, and a new mystery that leaves her out of the loop by the mid-season finale. And finally, we're also going to touch on Grey's Anatomy, that delivers a high-stakes hospital hostage crisis that sets stage for an intense season 22. And we've got a few more stories to talk about as well. Sweep season is here, and TV is not holding back.
So today marks 3 days since the heartbreaking loss of Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, Brandon Blackstock. He passed away this Thursday after a very private 3-year battle with cancer. His family confirmed he passed peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones. Just 1 day before he passed, Kelly publicly announced postponing her Las Vegas residency, stating that her ex-husband, the father of her children, had been ill. She did not say what his illness was or how bad it was, just that she needed to be fully present for her children. Kelly has been described as absolutely heartbroken and staying strong for their 2 children. We will dig a little deeper into this story later in the show and how it all connects with Reba McEntire and Blake Shelton.
Ooh, I love both of them. All right, we'll be right back after this little break, you guys. All right, welcome back, you guys. Now, we've given you a little taste of what stories we're going to talk about today. And now we're going to dive deeper into these stories. Lucinda, tell us what's going on with this whole Sydney Sweeney American Eagle thing.
Okay. The 27-year-old Sydney Sweeney, known for her roles in the TV show Euphoria, The White Lotus, and the movie Anyone But You with Glenn Powell, had to get that in, is the face of America's Eagle's Back to Cool fall collection. Dressed in low-rise jeans and denim jackets, as you see here, her look channels early 2000s denim trends. You picture Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake's iconic all-denim outfits at the American Music Awards in 2001, combined with the modern 2025 confidence and sensibility. The campaign's clever tagline uses a play on words like jeans and jeans. In the ad, Sydney, with her blonde hair and blue eyes, delivers the line, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue, which quickly gained attention online. What began as a light-hearted reference to heritage and denim prompted a range of reactions, from light humor to criticism and the wordplay, and sparked broader conversation about its meaning. The concept also gives a nod to the iconic Brooke Shields Calvin Klein commercials of the late 70s, blending nostalgic inspiration with a contemporary twist. Brooke actually said, same kind of thing. A secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Does that sound familiar?
Does.
It's exactly the same. She finishes with, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest. Talking
Ooh,
about the genes, of course.
of
But
course.
wow, what a reference.
I love the play on words, both ad campaigns with Fittest and Jeans Are Blue. And we have to do a little nod to your Sydney Sweeney impersonation.
I'm working on my impressions. They're coming along. Thank you very much.
Right, it's getting there. Well, tell me the shade on this one.
So she also got a nod from President Trump. He publicly praised Sydney Sweeney after a reporter informed him that she is a registered Republican, prompting a surprised and enthusiastic response with the questions, really? She is? She's a registered Republican? I think it's really funny that you see like NPR and all these other news saying, why is he talking about him? Well, because they're asking about it. They're asking him questions. And he said, if she is, I think her ad is fantastic. Later on, he called her American Eagle ad the hottest ad out there, telling Sweeney, go get him. And he posted that on Truth's social platform.
See, all she needed was a little Trump support. That's
We
all we
all just need a little presidential push, right?
need. That's it.
Other celebrities that have chimed in are Lizzo, Dr. Phil, Megyn Kelly, Stephen Colbert, and now there's even a Beyonce Levi's jeans ad making waves. So we're going to be talking about denim for a while.
All right. So, what has been said since that? Has the company responded?
Yes, the company responded Friday with a statement, and they said the Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans ad is and always will be about the jeans. Her jeans, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their American Eagle jeans with confidence, their way. Great jeans look good on everyone, which is true. Good jeans look good on everyone.
That is true.
You got to go with the good genes. Everybody needs good genes. And I mean Jeans. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. So, what a development from what we were talking about 2 weeks ago, right? A lot has changed since then.
Yeah. Well, despite the controversy, American Eagle stock prices are still soaring.
Mm, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. I don't think we've heard the last. Like I said, I don't think we've heard the last of the Denim Wars. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a new twist on marketing. Outrage marketing gets people to buy. I know I will be. Like I said, I'm going to be wearing some denim this season.
Well, I agree. I mean, I think it was totally a brilliant plan because, like you said, their stock prices have surged. Everyone is talking about it. What's that saying? Like, any publicity or bad publicity is still publicity. Isn't that it? Something like
Any
that.
publicity is good publicity. That's
Any
the saying.
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
This was
that's the
smart. This
saying.
was well played on their part. I mean, I was never a big American Eagle fan personally, but now I'm a little more interested in maybe checking out their jeans, especially if I can look like her.
That's right.
That's right. All right, up next, we're going to talk the TV sweeps. So, sweep season is a critical time in the TV world. It's when networks roll out their most dramatic, high stakes episodes to draw maximum viewers and boost the ratings. All right, as I said before, this happens 4 times a year. February, May, July, and November, and it's directly impacting advertising revenue. So shows bring their A game, their cliffhangers, their major plot twists, and their special guest appearances. So for this sweeps period, several fan favorite shows are stepping back up to the challenge. So from nostalgic revivals and dark mysteries to intense medical drama and beloved reboot fare, networks are pulling out all the stops to keep audiences glued to their screens. So, from competitive favorites like American Ninja Warrior gearing up for season 18 to streaming hits like Bridgerton, Stranger Things, and Wednesday rolling out its new season, this lineup is packed, you guys. Meanwhile, we have long running gems and fresh originals that are bowing out, which we have. And just like that, boo, they wrap up their season 3 finale. And shows like Clean Slate and Pulse were canceled after just one run. So network TV isn't safe either, you guys. Programs like Night Court and SWAT got axed, while other fan favorites like The Equalizer and Resident Alien are also riding off into the sunset. Sweep season is all drama all the time. Do you want to hear the tea, Lucinda?
I do. I do. Talk about shows I watch.
Here we go. Now that we've got the big picture on sweep season, with all the renewals and cancellations shaking up, we're going to zoom in on some fan favorites. Maybe there are some of you watch, maybe there aren't. Let's find out. All right. First up, King of the Hill. Is that you?
Well, no, but it was supposed to be a spoof on Garland, Texas, and I have lived in Garland. I'm just saying.
Well, there you go. All right. So, first up, King of the Hill returns for season 14 on Hulu. After a long break, the Hill family is back in Arlen, Texas, bringing that classic blend of humor and heart. It's a nostalgic ride that's winning over fans and new ones alike. So, there's that. We're going to switch gears and we're going to go to Netflix's Wednesdays. Her sophomore season drops with even more twists and darker mystery. But heads up, you guys, the mid-season finale leaves Wednesday herself in a coma, setting up a nerve-wracking cliffhanger you don't want to miss.
What?
Sorry.
What? They dropped 4 shows and I've only seen 3. So thanks. Maybe we should have had a spoiler alert on that.
I didn't
Thanks.
give a heads up on that one. Well, moving over to another fan favorite on ABC, we have Grey's Anatomy. They just wrapped a high-stakes season 21 finale with a hospital hostage crisis and bomb explosion. Like this hasn't been done before. And
This
the fallout
totally has
promises
been done before.
yes, the fallout promises an intense season 22 this fall.
Remember, she
Finally,
like ran into she had her hand holding the bomb in the body. Like, remember, we
yes,
watched that.
yes, I know. I do feel like they are redoing a few of these. We've already seen the big hostage crisis and the bomb explosion. So I think it's time they come up with something new, but I don't know what's left to come up. How many more stories can you tell in there? Well, finally, in bittersweet news for Sex and the City fans, and just like that is wrapping up after season 3 with a special 2-part finale airing this August, giving Carrie and the gang a meaningful send off. All right, so I'm going to spill the tea a little bit on the biggest clapback, which is for And Just Like That, when it got axed after season 3. Honestly, some fans and critics feel like the reboot lost the magic that made Sex and the City iconic. Instead of serving up the witty, glamorous New York vibes, we love the show dove deep into heavy drama and political hot takes that left a lot of longtime fans shaking their heads. Plus, with key characters bowing out and some storylines feeling like they're just all over the place, viewers didn't hold back on social media. Memes, shade, and straight up hate watching became the norm. Some even blamed the showrunner for trying way too hard to be woke, which honestly rubbed some folks the wrong way. Bottom line, And Just Like That might have been aiming for a modern twist, but it ended up dividing fans some love and some loved it, but plenty felt it just wasn't Sex in the City anymore. Now, Lucinda, you and I grew up on this original show. I've seen the whole series through at least 5 times. Why do you think, or tell me, what do you think about the reboot? And are you disappointed that it's being canceled?
I'm not disappointed that they're ending it. I think it's
Whoa.
time. It's time. No. And just like that, it's not Sex in the City. It's so awkward. It lost something when they got rid of Big. It should have been a movie that ties it all up, and they like they did with Sex in the City. I mean, our whole life we were following Carrie finding her happily ever after, and this just really isn't it. It's too much about the other girls' kids and things like that. So I'm ready for it to be over. I have been kind of in some of those social media squares with their saying, like, it would be funny if they just said, maybe it's all a dream and they woke up and Big really didn't die.
Uh,
And and he's still alive, kind of like Dallas and Newhart.
yeah.
There's also a Facebook group that says, and just like that, you ruined my show. And it has over 16,000 followers.
Oh, no. I hate to say it because I did love the show very much, the original one. I enjoy watching this new one, but it is nothing like the original. I think it's just because a lot of the characters are somewhat the same, but yeah, I guess it's kind of run its course. What can you do?
Yeah. All
All
right.
right,
What's our
moving
last story?
on to our next story. We are making headlines today, as I mentioned, with Atlanta rapper Erica Banks, best known for her 2021 viral hit Bust It. She is facing legal trouble after being arrested at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. So, according to the police, Banks, whose real name is Erica Charmaine Bro, was stopped at the North checkpoint when TSA spotted a gun inside her Louis Vuitton bag during screening. Now, officers say the firearm, a black and gray Smith & Wesson, was later confirmed to have been reported stolen back in 2018 from Greenville, South Carolina. Banks told officers she didn't know the gun was in her bag. She was booked into the Clayton County Jail Wednesday night on a charge of theft by receiving stolen property and released a few hours later. She was reportedly headed back to Houston at the time. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of a crash out on this one. So she burst onto the scene, like I said, in 2021 with her hit single Bust It, which took over TikTok with the viral Bust It challenge, and it climbed into the Billboard Hot 100. So this earned her a gold certification. The Dallas-born rapper, shout out, known for her confident flow queen energy, first released the track in 2020, but admitted she almost didn't drop it until her team convinced her otherwise. The success opened major doors, leading her to joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in June of 2023, where she brought her unapologetic personality to reality TV. Now, most recently in December 2024, she leveled up again, signing a joint venture deal with Arista Records, cementing her place as one of hip hop's rising stars. Are you ready for the shade on this one?
I am ready. Ready.
Ready? Here we go. Erica Banks, as we said. Okay, this happened on August 6th of 2025. So very recently, TSA agents at the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport discovered a Smith & Wesson 380 pistol in her Louis Vuitton carry-on purse. The weapon was flagged as stolen. So it was stolen from the case out of Greenville, South Carolina, and she was promptly arrested on a felony charges of theft by receiving the stolen property and a weapons violation. She insisted she had no knowledge this gun was stolen, attributing it to someone on her security team. So she's passing the blame to them, although she didn't name them. She was then booked into the Clayton County Jail and released over an hour later. Now, her attorney, Jackie the Fly Lawyer Patterson, the Fly Lawyer, if you didn't know that one, he asserts that Banks had no reason to know that the gun was stolen and plans to have the charges dropped before they mar her record. Banks also posted to Instagram from the police vehicle, calmly telling fans, "I'm good, y'all. Thanks for checking in."
Okay, I heard she didn't know the gun was stolen, but she's not saying she didn't know it was in there.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll get to that. So fans had plenty to say about Erica Banks' recent arrest for allegedly carrying this stolen gun, while some offered her the benefit of the doubt, suggesting the firearm might have belonged to someone on her security team. Here, hold this for me, would you? Most reactions leaned critical or sarcastic. One fan on the Shade Room wrote, "When y'all get caught with guns at the airport, I don't feel bad because that is so slow." While another joked, "She really bust into TSA with a hot gun in her purse." Others questioned how she could not know what she had in her luggage, with one commenter saying, "You're supposed to know the status of any firearm in your possession because if it's with you, the law will consider it yours." There's the ruling on that one. The overall tone online, It was a mix of humor, sarcasm, and a side eye as people wait to see how the legal drama unfolds. Now, we all know, okay, if we're looking at a Louis Vuitton bag, us girls know these bags. There's not a lot of pockets on these bags, especially if you have the never full bag. I don't know. Is that what she was carrying? Maybe. How do you not see a gun in your never full bag without any pockets? It's everything's right there.
How do you not know you have a gun with you anywhere you go at any time? You get in the car, you go to the airport, you know if you have a gun. You
Unless
know.
she slipped it in her bag. Maybe your security team slipped in her bag. I'm not sure. I don't know. Whether it was a mix up or a major misstep, one thing is for sure, this story's got more heat than her next single. What do you got on Kelly Clarkson? This is a sad one.
Yeah. So, a little backstory: Brandon Blackstock was a television producer and a talent manager who worked on The Kelly Clarkson Show in 2019 and Blake Shelton Live, It's All About Tonight on 2010. He was born Narvel Brandon Blackstock in 1976. He's the son of producer and manager Narvel Blackstock and Elisa Gale Ritter. He started his career at his father's company, Starstruck Entertainment, and has managed big country acts like Rascal Flatts and Blake Shelton. Kelly and Brandon met in 2006, but they didn't start dating until 6 years later. At the time, in 2006, Blackstock was married and he was working as a talent manager. His father, Narvel Blackstock, managed several major stars, including Reba McEntire, who he was married to at that time. And later, the dad managed Kelly as well. Kelly and Brandon reconnected in 2012 at the Super Bowl, where Kelly was performing the national anthem. Brandon was there with his client, Blake Shelton. That's our connection. And
Really?
by then, Brandon was divorced. Sparks flew, and the two began dating shortly after. This is where things get interesting, in my opinion. Reba McEntire was Kelly Clarkson's stepmother during 2 years of her marriage to Brandon. Reba has been married to Narvel Blackstock, Brandon's father, since 1989, making her Brandon's stepmom. Reba McEntire and Narvel Blackstock divorced in 2015. So that was 2 years after he and Kelly married. So they were family for 2 years. And after 26 years of marriage, they had one child together, Shelby. Kelly and Reba already had a professional and personal bond before Kelly and Brandon's marriage. They recorded songs together and shared the stage multiple times. Their bond only deepened during Kelly's marriage to Brandon. I'm thinking they are even closer now because they were married to father-son and then divorced father-son, not too far apart. So I'm sure they have a lot to talk about on those 2-hour phone calls every day.
Yeah.
Kelly
There's
Clarkson.
a twist in there. Like that's a pretty big tree.
Yeah. Kelly Clarkson filed for divorce from Brandon June 4th, 2020, and their divorce was finalized March 8th, 2022, with Kelly getting primary physical custody of their children, River Rose, 11, and Remington Alexander, 9. I love those names.
So cute.
Brandon was also a father to 2 other children, Savannah and Seth, from a previous marriage. I also heard, and I cannot confirm, that he was about to be a grandfather. Meanwhile, Brandon's brother, Shelby Blackstock, shared a deeply moving tribute on Instagram, calling him irreplaceable and reflecting on shared family memories. Despite the tremendous personal loss, Kelly's daytime talk show is still set to return this fall for season 7, and her new Songs and Stories series is slated to premiere on August 19th. Her Las Vegas residency has been rescheduled for July and August 2026.
Ooh, a year out.
Yeah. So my hot take is the song Piece by Piece. Do you remember that song?
I do. I love that song.
Yeah. So the song referenced her father leaving her when she was 6, and it contrasted when it was originally wrote. It was contrasted about marrying Brandon and having a husband that will stay around for the kids. And then, of course, after the divorce, she rewrote the song about women's self-empowerment. So his death really gives a new meaning to this song. It's probably going to have a third version.
I absolutely love that song. Actually, I first heard it when she performed on American Idol and she was pregnant. So she had her hormones were rocking, of course, but it was so emotional to hear that. And I loved it. It was such a great version of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she can sing anything. I mean, she could sing the phone book. She's amazing.
Yeah.
We all here extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of the passing of Brandon Blackstock and hold Kelly Clarkson and her children in our thoughts during this difficult time.
Sticking to the memoriam, I am going to talk about Brad Pitt mourning over his mom's death. In sad news from Hollywood, Brad Pitt's mother, Jane Pitt, has passed away. Though Brad is famously private about his family, sources confirm Jane's passing has deeply affected him and those close to the family. Jane was known for her supportive presence behind the scenes, raising Brad and his siblings in a close knit family that shaped the actor we know today. While Brad has yet to make a public statement, friends say he is surrounded by loved ones during the difficult time. We send our heartfelt condolences to Brad Pitt and his family as they navigate this personal loss. And I do want to add that I am personally available to give Brad a hug should he need it. I am
I
not,
was waiting for that. I knew you weren't going to leave that story without saying something.
I don't mind. I don't mind. All right. Well, speaking of dating, I heard that Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are now dating. What do you got on
You
that?
are you are absolutely right. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are indeed dating, confirmed by them. Their relationship has blossomed following their collaboration on the film Naked Gun, which premiered in August. Liam and Pamela first met in 2024 while filming the movie Naked Gun. Their on-screen chemistry quickly translated into a real-life connection, according to a source close to the couple. Neeson was smitten from the very start, and Anderson appreciated his dry sense of humor. After filming wrapped, they began spending more time together, introducing their children and enjoying dinners together, which deepened their bond. They are so cute at the movie junkets. There they are. They talk about baking muffins, and he says she's the best cook. It's just adorable. I like them together.
I do too. I think it's so sweet, especially after I know he lost his wife to a tragic skiing accident many, many years ago. So it's very sweet to see them happy. Moving on to a reality TV mess. Reality TV fans, listen up. I've got some goods for you on this one. Jax Taylor, the unforgettable star of Vanderpump Rules and the drama magnet The Valley, has officially confirmed he will not be returning for the new season. Known for his fiery personality, wild antics, and sometimes controversial moments, Jax has been a staple in reality TV for years. But sources close to him say he's ready to move on from the reality scene and focus more on his personal life. And now business ventures, think podcasts, fashion, and other projects outside of the drama filled camera life. Now, fans might be disappointed to see him go, but Jax himself has hinted this is a fresh start. There's no more on camera battles, just a chance to grow and reinvent himself. Meanwhile, the Valley will have to find new ways to keep the heat without one of its biggest personalities. So buckle up because the show's dynamics are about to change in a major way. Now, did you ever watch either of these shows, Lucinda?
I did not. Nope, not me. Nope.
Not you? Well, I did. I watched both of them from beginning to end, and unfortunately, Jax was my least favorite in both. He's always been, I don't know, a little sleazy and unfaithful, which has been hard to watch. So I think getting him out of this limelight for a bit is such a good move. He was just a little bit too toxic, in my opinion. What can you do? I don't know. He also has a bar right near where I used to live in California here. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, that is a wrap on this week's episode of Spilling the Tea. We've covered some major sweeps, season updates from the big returns, and bittersweet goodbyes on King of the Hill, Wednesday, Grey's Anatomy, and just like that, to the latest on Jax Taylor stepping away from the Valley. Plus, we spilled the biggest clapback around the Sex and the City's reboot finale and touched on the sad news of Brad Pitt's mom.
We also shared Sydney Sweeney's buzzworthy American Eagle campaign, Kelly Clarkson's journey of strength, and Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson dating rumors are confirmed.
Well, next week we've got even more juicy stories lined up for you. There might be some exclusive celebrity breakups, big movie news, shocking career moves, and who knows what else. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out with us on Spilling the Tea. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Lucinda.
Until next time, keep your cups ready.
Because the tea never stops brewing.
Bye.